measures of any society, of any institution, any group of people, is how they treat the least among them, how they treat those who have somehow fallen short of society's goals. And as a person of faith, I know that on any given Saturday or Sunday across this state, I'd be willing to wager that 70 to 80% of Alabamians find themselves in somebody's place of worship. And whether it is Jewish or Muslim or Sikh or Hindu, whatever the tradition, I'm sure that one of those common values is the notion of forgiveness and compassion, the notion of justice and humanity. And what is happening in our prisons is the devaluing of human life. And by devaluing those lives, we also devalue our culture, the rest of our society. As you've heard from my two colleagues, there are sustainable and well thought and well-reasoned and researched solutions that will help this state to be more fair, to be more humane in its treatment of incarcerated individuals. And so as people of faith, we are called upon to speak, to advocate for those who have experienced these difficulties, these trials, these problems in their lives. And so it demands of us that they not only be treated humanely and fairly, but that we look at the systemic causes for the situation. And so it's important for us to realize that we are wasting human capital. We are wasting individuals' lives. In these institutions, in all of their humanity, there are poets, and there are writers, and there are potential fathers and mothers. There are activists, there are chefs, there are athletes. There are people who have been given God-given talents that will never come to fruition because of a mistake, several mistakes. And so it's our obligation to make those human faces real to those of us who go to worship each and every weekend. And to say that there's a call upon each of us as citizens and as people of faith to make this state more just, more humane. And so with the proposals that Alabamians for Fair Justice are proposing, that's an effort for us to be able to enact sustainable, enactable legislation and practices that will remove the scourge of our dehumanizing so many of our people. It's a challenge because for so many reasons, it's easier for us once people are locked away to deny their humanity. But in denying their humanity, the truth of the matter is we also deny our own. It's a possibility now. Building super prisons will not solve the problem. Looking at the systemic causes will help us to alleviate these situations and again, to make this state more humane. We all say we ascribe to a heavenly city. And in that search for that heavenly city, we have to realize that the journey to get there depends on what we do in this earthly city. Amen. And so today, we're standing and asking our legislatures and this commission to listen to these voices and to take in the information and to allow for the possibility that we can become more just and more humane.